What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing that those on SSI and SSDI could be seeing a bump up in their monthly payments, but is it going to be enough with these increased prices, with inflation, a potential recession, and are we going to see all those provisions for Social Security, stimulus checks, all the things that we've heard promised, are they going to be coming to pass as we're approaching these midterm elections? I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. Now, first off, take a look at the headlines coming out, you guys. Retirees could see their monthly Social Security checks jump by $175 next year. Now, is that going to be enough to keep up with inflation? We're hearing the answer to that is a resounding no. Right now, we've got 9.1% inflation year over year, and take a look, you guys, nearly half of all Americans right now are falling deeper into debt as inflation continues to boost the costs of goods and services across the board. Record high gas prices finally starting to come down, but we're hearing they are still way too high, and we could see them go up some more here very soon. Also, food prices, they're at record highs as well, and we're going to be seeing how Congress and the Federal Reserve is going to be responding to all of this. And we're hearing a recession could likely be announced this week. Now, if you missed my last video on it, you're going to want to check it out, as we're hearing that a recession is the number one cause. We're hearing for more stimulus checks that could be on the way, and economists are saying it is highly likely that stimulus checks will come out again as a result of a recession. Again, if you missed that video, check it out right after this one, you guys. But take a look at the headlines coming out. Social Security checks could grow by about $175 a month as the cost of living continues to surge. Now, as I mentioned, this was actually one of the stimulus provisions proposed by Senator Bernie Sanders. We had also heard this mentioned by President Joe Biden. Take a look, you guys. Social Security bill backed by Bernie Sanders could give seniors an extra $2,400 a year in payments. Now, this has been proposed for years, and now it's finally starting to come back on the table right before these midterm elections. Take a look, you guys. Just last month, Sanders and Warren and colleagues introduced legislation to expand Social Security by $2,400 a year and extend the solvency by 75 years. So they want to bring this back, increase those payments, and that's going to be about $200 per month, which is almost exactly what we're hearing they need just to break even, to keep up with the rate of inflation happening right now. So you guys, we're going to be diving into all the details, getting you caught up on this. I'm going to dive into this article here in just a second, but also wanted to mention, if you missed my video yesterday, you're going to want to check it out, as we're hearing all of this is going to be popping up, coming back in the next 100 days before those elections. All the legislation, the stimulus, these bills, all going to be happening here very soon. Now, also, we're hearing about stimulus checks on the table under consideration. And as I mentioned, a recession is what we're hearing would be the number one cause sparking more checks. I get into all the details in a previous video. Check that out as well. And right now, also going out are state, city, and county checks. That's right. It's not just the federal level checks. There are checks passing all the time right now for people, but the problem is, a lot of people don't know about them. They're only available for a limited amount of time, and in many cases, you have to apply. They don't go out automatically to states, cities, and counties, and a lot of people we're hearing are completely missing out. That's right. We're hearing about 90% of people that are eligible for some of these programs are totally missing out. And in one case, we reported to you right now in Connecticut, there's a program that was given $34 million. And out of the $34 million, after 6 months, only $300,000 has gone out. And they're saying because nobody knows about it. People are missing out as it's only available for a limited amount of time. Well, I'm going to make sure that that does not happen to anybody here on my channel. As you guys know, right now I'm assembling a comprehensive list of all the checks. If you want access to it, go to www.reliefroadmap.com. Enter your email, and as soon as it's ready, I'm going to notify everybody. We have been pouring hours of work into this, tons of money, trying to make sure we can assemble it all into one easy place. So you're not aimlessly searching, trying to find out, am I eligible? Is it still available? Who can get this money? I want to make sure that you can easily access this all in one place. So bear with me. This has been quite the process. Some of these programs have taken us literally hours to track down the information, but we want to make it simple and easy for you. That coming soon. Again, if you have not already, enter your email, let other people know, get the word out. As of this morning, I checked the website. There is almost 3,000 people signed up to get access. So keep an eye out for that. Want to make sure that nobody here on my channel is missing out on funds that they could receive. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. Now, before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance on that channel, giving you updates about a potential housing market crash, the recession that they're saying is on the horizon, what's happening with inflation, keeping you up with personal finance and growing wealth there as well. I hope that channel is a blessing to you too. But with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at this article as we're hearing about potential monthly increases that could be coming for COLA, cost of living adjustments for seniors, those on fixed incomes, but they're saying it still might not be enough. We're going to be seeing what happens here very soon. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, you guys, let's take a look at this. Retirees could see their monthly Social Security checks jump by $175 next year. Is that going to be enough to keep up with inflation? Now, link in the description below if you'd like to read it for yourself. I always cite my sources, put them on the screen, read right off the article so you know it's the latest. And it says Social Security recipients could see the largest increase to their checks in decades next year. Even so, for many retirees, the bump in their annual cost of living adjustment won't be enough to shield them from the pain of sharply rising prices, experts say. Unfortunately, the formula used to calculate the adjustment doesn't reflect the specific expenses that seniors face, especially rising medical costs, said Nancy Altman, president of the Social Security Works. Moreover, the underlying benefits are inadequate. How much money Social Security recipients could get? Well, monthly benefits for retirees could rise by 10.5% in the year 2023, according to a recent analysis for the Senior Citizens League, a nonpartisan seniors group. That would amount to $175.10 increase to the average payment of $1,668. Meanwhile, the Nonprofit Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget reports the benefit bump for seniors could actually be as high as 11.4% if inflation remains at its current clip. And you guys, it's very sad to see that for seniors that are stuck on fixed incomes collecting SSI or SSDI or any form of benefits like that, as these increases are just break even. This is what is necessary for them. This is not even an increase. This is just to keep up with the pace of inflation. Now, to be sure, these are both just estimates for now. The actual hike will depend on the rate at which prices rise in the coming months. So we're going to be seeing how inflation continues to increase, or if it subsides, we're going to see how it responds. But whatever happens with that, that is going to be a result of the percentage of increase that we're going to see for COLA, or the cost of living adjustment that takes place for those on fixed incomes. Now, also, we're going to be seeing with what unfolds how the Federal Reserve responds, how Congress responds. As we mentioned, this is a midterm election year, and there have been tons of promises for provisions that are unfulfilled, and we're hearing that if they are not fulfilled here in the next 100 days or so, that it looks like in these midterm elections, there's likely going to be a red wave coming as Republicans are going to take seats in the House and in the Senate. So the fact that this is a midterm election year makes stimulus checks, stimulus provisions, Social Security increases, wiping out student loan debt, child tax credits, all of these provisions that we've heard of, more so very likely. Now, the balancing act is this state of inflation that we're experiencing. If we have this record high inflation, it's going to make it less likely that members of Congress are going to want to pass legislation that's going to add to the debt and could spark further inflation. However, there is currently over $800 billion with a B just sitting there from previous stimulus packages that's untouched and unused. And a lot of people are wondering, why have we not accessed the funds? And there's just so much mishandling of the federal dollars. It's very sad, but all that money is just sitting there. We wouldn't have to issue out any more funds. We could just simply take it and redistribute it out, repurpose it to go out to help out people at this time that are hurting. That is an option. We will see if they tap into that money. We've seen it done before with former President Donald Trump reallocating FEMA funds to provide the LWA program to increase unemployment benefits. And they're saying same thing could be done, but with stimulus checks or with Social Security or any of these provisions that have been promised. Now, we will see. And whatever happens, you guys, I will keep you up to date here on the channel. But that is the latest. I will let you know what the increases are going to be, if there's any stimulus provision increases to Social Security, whatever takes place. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, I'll get you the latest headlines, keep you up to speed on everything happening, make sure that you don't miss out. All you got to do is very quickly hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And also, like I said, keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks on all levels, states, cities, counties, happening right now that a lot of people don't know about and are missing out on. I'm going to make sure that you know what's going on. All you got to do is very quickly go to www.reliefroadmap.com, put in your email, tell everybody about it. We want to make sure we get the word out so people can get that money and it doesn't just disappear into thin air. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.